Hello, welcome back. Today I'll look into the Qwen3 vision language models, and I'll compare the 8 billion model with 30 billion model for structured data extraction. 8 billion model, as we can see here, I'll be using BF16, and 30 billion model Q8. I'm running it on my local Mac Mini M4 Pro machine with 64 gigabytes of RAM, and these two models, based on my tests, were the largest models I could use on this 64 gigabyte machine. Okay, so first test is executed successfully for both models. This is bond stable, this one, and let's repeat the test. So I'm using it, running it on Ollama, and this is once again 8 billion model. So let's run it. And now model is initialized, and if you look into the statistics over here, that we see that it runs 100% with GPU utilization and 80% of memory utilization. Okay, and then we can come back over here. And normally this runs around 30 seconds. Yeah, it's already completed. We can see it's 33 seconds. All 5 rows are successfully fetched. And if you look into the statistics of Ollama, we can see that the size was the utilized was 41 gigabytes for the this request processing, and it was running 100% on GPU. Okay, now let's do the same run on 30 billion model. Let's come here. Yeah, this is the 30 billion model with 8-bit quantization, and it's bond stable. What I noticed that 30 billion model runs around the same speed, sometimes faster than 8 billion model with BF16. This is this actually makes sense because 30 billion model, the one I'm using, is quantized, so it runs faster, and it runs even faster than not quantized 8 billion model. But for us, not only the speed is important, but accuracy is more important, so that all the data is fetched correctly from the document. Okay, it's 36 seconds, very close to whatever we had with 8 billion model, 33 seconds. Now all 5 rows are successfully fetched. So that's good. We are done with bond stable, and now let's look into the financial statement. And in this case, 8 billion model, based on my test, fails, and 30 billion model runs well and extracts 100% correctly all the data. This is the document. So let's go back to over here. So let's see. Let's clean it up, and let's find from the history. This is the BF16 for the Oracle financial table. Let's run it. It runs, and we can see from the memory, model is not yet initialized. It's loaded, being loaded into memory, and then GPU will be utilized. Okay, execution complete, and we can see that as expected, based on my previous test, 8 billion model fails to fetch all the data. It stops here on accumulated deficit, and it's over this line, and it doesn't fetch all the lines. Okay, so now let's repeat the same test with 30 billion model. This is the command, and yeah, 30 billion model with 8-bit quantization. Let's wait a bit. Ollama is initialized, and it's actually initialized, and it starts to process. So we can see it loads the memory, and around 90% is being used, so almost all the memory is occupied, and you can see GPU is busy on almost 100% processing the request. Processing is done, and now with 30 billion model, you can see result is correct. We get the last record, and we have here the first one, second, all is good, and it runs very fast, actually, keeping in mind that it runs on Mac Mini, it runs in 63 seconds and gets all the data to us. And if you look into the statistics from Ollama, we can see that it was running 100% on GPU with 33 gigabytes of memory usage. Okay, that's good. Let's move to the next test, Invoice. So to summarize, financial statement is failing on 8-bit and runs successfully on 30-bit model. Billion model, not bit, sorry. Always getting confused with this naming. Okay, for the Invoice, both 8 billion and 30 billion models are able to extract document data. So this is the document that will be processing. And let's do test on 8 billion model first. So let's see from the history. This bond stable, bank stable, no, not this one, invoice 1. This is BF16, and let me see. This is option Ollama. Okay, so let's run this on 8 billion BF16. Note down the time it took for the data extraction, then we'll compare it with 30 billion model. Okay, we got the result. To save your time, I kind of skipped the time when model was running. Now we got the results. It's good in this case. Accuracy is 100%. It took 66 seconds. Okay. Now let's do the same test with 30 billion model. Let's find from the history where I was executing it, and we're looking for invoice 1. Okay, this one. No, this is 8 billion. And okay, this is bank statement. Not the one. Let's see. BF16. Okay, here's the command. We run extraction from invoice 1, and we're using 30 billion model with 8-bit quantization. Let's see the result and how long it takes to run the inference. Okay, we got back the results for 30 billion model. All the data is correct, and it took 46 seconds. Now let's compare it with 8 billion model, and for the same document it was taking 66 seconds. So even larger model like 30 billion model, but since it is quantized model, it runs faster, and also it delivers better results like we saw with Oracle financial statement. Okay, we're done with the invoice, and now the last example is bank statement, and this one, it also fails for the 8 billion model and runs successfully for 30 billion model. So actually, as a summary, 30 billion model, even quantized one, it wins against 8 billion BF16. This is the bank statement example. Okay, now let's run it. Okay, here's the command we executed, and This is 8 billion BF16 with the bank statement. So let's wait a few moments. Let's see the outcome. Based on my previous test, it should fail. And we can see it's 100% GPU utilization, 70 plus 80% of memory utilization. Okay, we got results from 8 billion model. We got actually table extracted, but we get validation error from Sparrow saying that account number is required property. And for some reason, model fails to fetch the data as per query. It was instructed, and like account number, statement date, period cover, total money in, total money out, simply missing and not included. And then we'll repeat the same test with 30 billion quantized model with 8-bit quantization, and let's see this final result. Okay, so here we get the result for 30 billion model. All the table data is extracted fine, and form data is extracted as well as requested per query. So this is obviously much better and correct result comparing to the 8 billion model. And it took us 58 seconds to process this document. Okay, to summarize, 30 billion model wins, bonds table, both models processing correctly, financial statement, 8 billion model fails, 30 billion model processing correctly, invoice both can handle, and bank statement 8 billion fails and 30 billion model is able to process correctly. So as a summary, 8 billion models is good for simpler documents. Average or more complex documents processing can be done with 30 billion model, even quantized one, but 8 billion model with FP16 would not handle average or more complex documents. So thanks for watching and see you next time. Bye.